Today you're going to learn how you can use the law of cosines to solve for a missing side length of a triangle. Suppose Forest Street and Park Lane intersect at a 132-degree angle. Forest Street is 5 miles long and Park Lane is 4.6 miles long. Marvin lives at the intersection of Forest Street and Rocky Road, while Jose lives at the intersection of Park Lane and Rocky Road. How far does Marvin have to walk to get to Jose's house? Now let's take a look at the information that we've been given. We're given two side lengths of the triangle, as well as the angle at which those two side lengths intersect. Based on that combination, we cannot use the law of sines. So remember that we can only use the law of sines in one of two cases. So the first case is the case in which we're given two sides of a triangle and an angle opposite one of those two sides. And the second case is the one in which we're given two angles of a triangle and a side. In a case like this, we have to use a different rule called the law of cosines. So in general, we can use the law of cosines in one of two cases. The first is the case in which we're given two sides of a triangle and the angle between them. And the second case is the case in which we're given three sides of a triangle and no angles. The law of cosines tells us that if big A, big B, and big C are angles of a triangle, and little a, little b, and little c are the sides opposite each of those angles respectively, then the following three equations hold true. Now, I'm not going to actually read each equation because that's going to bore you, but I will tell you that the equation that we choose to apply is going to depend on the combinations of sides and angles that we've been given in our triangle diagram. Now, I've labeled this diagram so that the intersection of Rocky Road and Forest Street is point A, the intersection of Forest Street and Park Lane is point B, and the intersection of Park Lane and Rocky Road is point C. You'll also notice that I labeled each side according to which angle it's across from. So for instance, the side that I labeled as little a is opposite angle A. The side I labeled as little b is opposite angle B. And the side I labeled as little c is opposite angle C. Because I've been given little a, which is 4.6, little c, which is 5, big B, which is the 132-degree angle, and I'm trying to solve for little b, then it makes sense to use the formula that contains all of those variables. And that's formula number 2 right here. So that's b squared equals a squared plus c squared minus 2ac times the cosine of b. So what we're going to do now is plug in the values that we've been given into the formula. So we know that A is 4.6, so we have 4.6 squared. C is 5, so we're going to add 5 squared. Subtract 2 times 4.6 times 5, because that's 2ac, times the cosine of 132. And what's nice about this is that the way that I've written it right here is actually the way you can input it into a TI-84 graphing calculator to simplify the whole right-hand side of the equation. However, I've also simplified it step by step, so we're going to go through that. So if we do 4.6 squared plus 5 squared, we're going to end up with 46.16. And then if we do 2 times 4.6 times 5, we get 46. And then we're going to bring down the cosine of 132. So one thing I want to point out here is to simplify the right-hand side of the equation. We can't just do 46.16 minus 46. Why? Because this 46 is being multiplied by the cosine of 132. So because it's attached, we cannot do 46.16 minus 46. Instead, we have to calculate 46 times the cosine of 132 separately and then subtract it from 46.16. So on the next page, you'll notice that I did exactly that. So when we do that, we end up with 46.16 minus 30.78 on the right-hand side of the equation. Now, when we do 46.16 minus 30.78, we should get back 15.38. And that's equal to b squared, but we just want b. So how do we undo a squared? Well, we have to take the square root. So we have to take the square root of both b squared and 15.38, which is what I do down here. And when we do that, we get that b, the distance between Marvin's house and Jose's house, is going to be roughly 3.92 miles.